Alright, so Comic-Con happened yesterday and today, this whole weekend, and I have been a little behind on some trailers, so this came out yesterday, but let's check it out. I saw the first season of Rings of Power. I'm a huge Middle-earth fan. I, surprisingly, I loved Lord of the Rings and I loved the Hobbit films. I love Peter Jackson's touch to it, even though I do agree the Hobbit films are not quite as good as the Lord of the Rings. I do recommend, if you watch The Hobbit, watch the extended versions. The Battle of the Five Armies is rated R, and Peter Jackson has some fun with it. It's pretty fun. But when Rings of Power came out, I was super stoked for it, especially for the diversity aspect. And I do think it hit that, but it story wise and everything else, too much CGI, and I wasn't a fan. There were some parts I liked and was intrigued by, but it was so far from it made me realize what was missing and why I'm much more excited for Andy Serkis being involved in the new Gollum film, and the War of the Rohirrim animated film is much more interesting to me, with the Japanese crew doing the animated film with Peter Jackson as a producer, and Miranda Otto is coming back as Eowyn. So I'm realizing that's what I really connect to in the Middle Earth universe. But there was a teaser for season 2 of this show, and it didn't look awful, but it didn't look that intriguing to me either. But I am open-minded. I want this to be good. And if anything, I thought Rings of Power had more potential later down the line to kind of get us closer to what we're more in touch with. So I'm hoping that's what they do. Let's check it out. This was shown at San Diego Comic-Con yesterday. The way they shoot this is just, it's so not as cinematic as I want it to be, and not as grand scale. It feels so much smaller than the movies in a weird way. I don't know. It's not quite what I want it to be from just this trailer. I will still watch it. Don't worry, because I love Lord of the Rings, but I might be disappointed again. But that's why I'm trying to keep my hopes on War of the Rohirrim and the Gollum film. But the Gollum film is much later. The Rohirrim film we get this December. So I'm much more stoked for that. Let me know what you guys thought down below of Rings of Power Season 2, the San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. If I can finish.